Hey, what's up guys? I'm gonna be reviewing the latest video by Magnus Midtbø. I tried the hardest race on the planet. Insane challenge. It's great that he admits in the title of the video that it's insane to do that. Awesome. I'm gonna firstly show you how he looked like not long ago when he was doing the 30-day vegan challenge.
I've done a lot of crazy things for this channel, but this might be the hardest.
Absolutely exhausted, worn out. He's only 36 years old, but this is what stress does to you.
Yet. I'm going vegan for an entire month. That means no meat, no cheese, no eggs, just...
And this is what I wanted to show you. This is the picture of an unhealthy human being. This is it right there. Of course, him eating unnatural carrots is the cherry on top, but when you look at how worn out the skin is and the dark eye circles, the collagen depletion from the stress, I can't even really imagine an unhealthier human being. That's how bad it is. Because even in my wildest dreams, I can't think of anybody who could possibly look much unhealthier than him. This is it right here. Now we will see what insane activities he's up to.
I've done a lot of crazy things for this channel, as you know, but I'm not...
Yes, and do you never ask yourself why you do it? Why you ruined your life, your health, everything? Why you do all of these meaningless things, such as running around in a circle, cycling, climbing some plastic inside of a building? Why do you do the opposite of what humans do in nature? Why do you exhaust yourself? Why do you go against your intuition? No animal on earth does that. There's no recorded cases of any animals or humans in nature exercising. It's a completely modern, insane thing that people do today.
Not exaggerating when I say that this is the most insane thing I've ever...
Insane thing, oh my god. And he says it. Do you not understand that insane means actually literally mentally ill? That's what it means. And he says it, and he has a lot of subscribers, and people watch him and somehow applaud him for that, basically. They cheer him on. Yeah, go and do more insane challenges. And then they do it themselves even. But insane is bad. Being mentally ill is alarming. You shouldn't be doing that. If what you do is called insane, then you should stop doing that right away.
Put myself through. They call it the world's most extreme triathlon, the Norsemen.
Yeah, they completely hate it, they exhaust themselves, reduce their lifespans because it's extreme stress. Makes zero sense. Yeah, it's counterintuitive, goes against your common sense.
Almost 4 kilometers of freezing water, 180 kilometers of brutal mountain roads, and then a full marathon straight up a mountain.
Yeah, and why would you do that? Just why? What do you get out of it? Just nothing at all. There's just no explanation for it. It's only officially, obviously I understand it, but on the surface, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's clearly because people are depressed, they eat horrible diets, they have no families, no children. Usually these people who do that, they have no purpose in their life. That's why they don't care about their lives. This is complete self-destruction.
It destroys even the fittest athletes in the world. And I want to see if it's even possible to prepare for something like this with only 2 weeks of training.
What you're doing is totally crazy.
And it's borderline. Is it doable? So if you end up in...
Yeah, again, crazy, insane, exactly. And it is, it really is. You completely exhaust yourself, go to your limits. Some people even get heart attacks when they do this. Their hearts also simply fail for no reason. And you still do it. You call it insane, it is insane. but you still do it and make a video out of it, documenting your insanity. What's the difference between doing this and talking to a wall, thinking that you're talking to a pink elephant and the elephant is talking back to you? What's the difference between you and somebody who's officially insane in a psychiatry talking to a wall? Or somebody who hears voices? What's the actual difference? I see no difference. I would say that this is more insane than that. Swimming through cold water, opposite of sanity. Cycling for no reason, through horrible weather, up a mountain possibly, which is what he did in a different video also. Again, counterintuitive, the opposite of what any animal would do. Running for no reason, opposite. Humans are not runners. When you do everything that humans would never do, the opposite of what humans would ever do, or any animal, how is that not worse than hearing voices or seeing something that's not there? Yeah, that's a worse kind of illness.
Hospital, they believe you have a heart attack or a heart failure.
Most people train for years. I've never done a triathlon. I'm not a cyclist, I'm not a strong swimmer, and I'm completely out of running shape. And yet, with just 14 days of training, I'll be standing on that ferry, looking down at the freezing fjord, looking up at the mountains, and asking myself the only question that matters. Can I even survive this race?
So initially,
what you should ask yourself is, why do you do it? Why do you hate your life? Why do you want to destroy yourself? That should be the number one question. Why do it in the first place? All animals love comfort. Comfort makes you strong and healthy. This deteriorates your whole body, makes you weak and susceptible to all kinds of disease. Again, it's the very opposite of what a sane animal would do. This is one of the craziest people on YouTube, and I really mean it. He is crazy. I don't just say the word craziest, ha ha ha. No, as in actually insane, and he says it himself, because he knows it. That's the craziest part. It's a crazy man admitting to everybody on video that he's crazy, and he documents how insane he is.
So I've gotten the training program that I'm going to do for the next 2 weeks. The thing is though, I can't do that much. The worst part would be...
Oh my god. He's 36 years old, man. He's basically my age. What? I almost look like I could be his son. Okay, that's over the top, but I look so much younger than him. It's not even normal, the difference between us biologically. Completely ruined his whole body with the exercise. This is what stress does to you. If you want to do sports, just expect to look like you're 60 when you're 36.
Overdoing it. Also, most of the people...
Not even 60. Does somebody who's 60 look like this? He looks like he's closer to 70, and he looks really unhealthy on top of that. That's really the worst part, maybe. The dark eye circles are completely insane. That's just pigments from stress, nothing else. That's why you get dark eye circles if you drink coffee, tea, exercise, don't sleep enough, work a lot. It's just pigments. It has nothing to do with anything else. Either you're stressed and you have dark eye circles, or you're not stressed, you're well nourished, and you have no dark eye circles. That's it. And they can already appear when you're a child.
People I've talked to don't think I can do it in 2 weeks. But I'm going to try to prove them wrong. I'm going to try to prove that...
Yeah, exactly. Prove other people wrong. Get attention from other people. Validation. Feeling like you're not good enough. Insecurities. That's what this is all about. It's not about the race as such. He has his own issues to deal with, and this is not the way to do it. This is self-destructive behavior. The very definition of it.
It's all about your head and stubbornness and all that stuff. Yesterday I did cycling like 2 hours, and I actually went to a bike fitting a couple of days ago. So this bike is fitted.
Yeah, cycling is also horrible for your joints, knees, obviously, especially. Cycling slowly in nature, enjoying the sun is all right, but it could still end up being bad for your knees long term. I also used to ride my bike when I was younger. It can even be kind of fun. Not real fun, but it's all right.
We're gonna measure my VO2 max. This is what everyone
Your VO2 max is just your adaptation to stress. That's it, in case you don't know what it is.
dreads. I'm probably gonna faint, puke, I don't know what.
Yeah, exactly, because it's stressful. Extremely, actually. That's why you can faint or puke. Yeah. It's exactly the opposite of what you should be doing.
But this is just sort of to get a feel for where I am.
Just in case you don't understand, in case you're really deeply stuck in the illusion, fainting and puking is your body's way of telling you not to do something. Just in case you don't get it. There's really people out there who just don't get it. They think that puking and fainting is a sign that you're doing something good. I mean, this is how insane people are today.
And this test tells you how much oxygen the body can absorb.
I was told not to eat before this. Because,
Yeah, but we do have a garbage can over there. So.
okay,
Ja. 3, 2, 1, da går vi opp. 1 kilometer i timen. 5 sekunders økning. 3, 2, 1, da går vi opp. 15 sekunders økning. Regner med det går fint. Herlig. Det er nå det sitter i huet. Kom igjen. Bare bestemme seg. Kom igjen. Litt til. Litt til. Inn på.
Yeah, and he needs to motivate him. I guess you can call it that. Push him, force him almost kind of indirectly to do it, because again, it goes against your intuition to exert yourself.
It says here my heart rate was 190, that was max. All right, well, I'm excited about my score.
You get 59.1.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's better than I thought.
Above 50, it's very good.
And I have 59.
Yeah, so you're very, very good.
Okay, good.
So you're not an average guy.
Yeah, cool. It's good to know.
Yeah, but that's bad to know. That means that you adapted your body to a lot of stress, meaning that you were exposed to it, and that's what aged you so severely. That's why your body is deteriorating. That's why your lifespan will be so short. All of this is bad. If your VO2 max is high, it's an incredibly bad sign, because you shouldn't be adapted to stress.
Because what I'm about to do is not average either.
Yeah, only the most insane people on earth do that, exactly. Yeah, it's not average.
Okay, so I've started training and things are feeling good. 4 hours of cycling and now like an hour and a half or something of swimming. It reminds me of like when I competed.
He really has some of the darkest dark eye circles I've ever seen. The pigments are just probably close to as dark as they can get on a human being. Yeah, again, the opposite of how you should look like. They shouldn't even be visible. There should be none. Yeah. Meaning that he's doing the opposite of what a human should be doing. Yeah, that says it all. Yeah, it's just done.
It's a climber, you know, like full days of training and just like listening to your body and trying to
Listening to your body. Oh man, he's funny. I love it. A true comedian.
feed it right and sleep right and everything. It's been really cool.
Yeah, and maybe live right, but no, let's just not live right. Let's just stress and exhaust ourselves all the time. Live counterintuitively.
Cool experience so far. And it's just about to get a whole lot cooler too. Okay, so that is pretty much it. The training program is officially done.
Yeah, just full of childless people eating lots of grains and vegetables. That's why they are so confused. They probably don't even understand how they ended up there. People who feel like they have no purpose in their life. Lost people. Only lost people on that ship. Nobody else. Okay, maybe the media people may be different, who interviewed them. The camera crews. Maybe. Yeah, maybe they would never do it themselves.
So one trick for the goggles not to fog up is... Alright, I think we're starting. Yeah, I don't know how to feel really. Definitely feel nervous.
Yeah, you should stay on the boat and go back with the realization that you're all insane. That should be the sane conclusion, but you cannot come to the conclusion, yeah.
So I actually can't remember.
Yeah, just people on a boat jumping into cold water for no reason. Yeah, that's it.
Remember the last time I was this nervous. I must have had like 190.
Nervous means bad. If you feel nervous before doing something, then you shouldn't do it. It's as simple as that. Nervousness is your body's signal not to do something. When are you nervous? If you gotta go and speak in front of tons of people, perform in some way. It's when you are gonna be doing something that you shouldn't be doing naturally. It's when you're gonna be doing something that's not gonna for sure fulfill you or give your life any meaning. That's when you're nervous. It's your nerves telling you not to do something. And jumping into cold water is for sure a part of that.
Heart rate when jumping off that ship. The water
Yeah, the heart rate increases again because you shouldn't be doing it.
was so cold and there were so many people swimming around and we hadn't even started yet. And the thing was, you had to be a little bit tactical about when you jumped off the ferry. Some people jumped as soon as they said you could jump, but then you had to wait in the water for like half an hour. But if you waited too long on the boat, then it would drift further and further away from the starting line. So I tried to place myself somewhere in the middle of the pack, but the boat drifted like crazy. So
Okay, I gotta say, it's very nicely filmed, I guess with a drone. Very cool. It does look interesting. I guess that this is more or less what the Vikings back in the day used to see. They would have never went into cold water, like, ever in a million years. Yeah, they lived essentially the opposite lives of these slaves. Still though, interesting to see. Yeah, Norway is... I guess this is filmed in Norway, right? I assume. Pretty beautiful. Sure.
I actually had to swim like 400 meters just to get to the start line. And that was before the race had even started. So they had all 250 of us lined up by the kayaks, and when we heard the horn, the race had begun. The start was super messy, elbows flying everywhere, people kicking each other, and total chaos for the first like 100 meters. And the water was pretty cold, and there were so many people, but I just kept repeating to myself, don't swim too fast, because that's what my coach had told me. You know that you usually drift a bit to the right, so try to compensate by going a little bit more to the left. And also try not to swallow too much water. And after a while, I managed to like slow my breathing and just focus on the technique. And yeah, the weather was crazy during the swim. The fog laid over the mountains like a blanket as the sun was slowly rising, and it was so beautiful, even though I had my face down in the water and couldn't really see much. 2 kilometers into the swim, there were small groups everywhere, and I tried to draft behind some of the guys in front of me because you save a lot of power by drafting. But as soon as I saw the changing area, I felt like I had another gear in me. So I separated from the guys and I started to swim a little bit harder. I had no clue how I was doing, because you can't really see much, but I was pretty sure that I would make the cutoff time. My goal was 1 hour and 30 minutes. And when I started to really get close to land, I got the feeling that I had done really well. But I was also a little bit worried that I'd done too well. I didn't want to exhaust myself in the swimming. My coach had told me like a million times, don't swim too fast, because the minutes you save on the swimming, you're just gonna lose on the cycling anyways.
Excellent swim, Magnus. You actually did it in 1:17 about. That's good. That's super good.
Oh my god. He's so exhausted. Ah, man, it's so bad. This is the worst kind of torture and suffering a human can experience. I feel really bad for him because he's so brainwashed.
Calm down now. Yeah. Just don't stress.
Don't stress. Oh, just the comedy and the jokes here. Don't stress. Wait, I just hope I didn't exhaust myself. Oh my god, Comedy Central. I can't.
Hope I didn't exhaust myself, but I feel good. So now I'm just gonna cycle like a grandma for the first part.
Take it really easy. Start drinking, eating.
And one thing about this race is that you're not allowed to draft, so you're not allowed to be behind someone and save energy, and that is because it would be dangerous. There's not enough medic throughout the long distance, and they don't want any accidents. So when you've decided...
Yeah, when you're doing something that requires medics to be around you, then again, you know that you're doing something bad. But seeing as it's all based on insanity, as he admitted himself, there's just no realizations about this. Yeah, just a complete disconnection from reality and your body. This is what this is.
Super good.
The music in the background. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. Yeah, just gray clouds, of course, and they are all absolutely exhausted and miserable. Sure. This is why music really cannot change anything. It can just kind of alter your feelings, kind of, not really. I guess that it influences them slightly, but it doesn't actually change anything overall. They are all still miserable.
Oh, you did great.
Yeah, I just have to keep it together now.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't do great because he just cycled tons of kilometers for absolutely no reason, just to get validation from random people. So no, he's doing really badly in his life.
I didn't do...
Yeah, but fuck you. I'm super impressed.
Thanks.
Very strong effort.
I'm not. I feel incredible, deep. I can't even express in words how deep disrespect towards people like him and everybody there. Anybody who cheers for him, the coach, anybody who even allows him to do that, allows, as in encourages him to do that, the family. Somebody could have held him back somehow, actually, physically, if that's possible. Whatever the case, how can you respect this? This goes against human nature, intuition, health, your well-being, everything that's good. It goes against nature. That's the most important part. It's anti-nature, it's unnatural, it's that bad.
So far. Very steady, good pace.
So the transition from the bike and straight into the run was pretty tough. My legs felt so sore and I just felt heavy. But I have to just focus on what I'm doing here and now, not thinking about like going...
Yeah, but you're not doing anything. I hope that they at least get some kind of money out of it. Money in their heads. But you get what I mean. Something.
It's overwhelming and it's just too much. I've also passed a lot of people. I'm slowly working my way up. Now I'm at 76th place, which is just insane.
That's not so insane. The most insane one is the one who's in the first place here, because he really trained a lot for it, for nothing. That's the most self-destructive guy there. Yeah. You're insane for sure, but you're not that insane at least.
Eating and drinking is completely out of the question though. Like the last thing I want now is any sweet drinks or sugar.
Yeah. So Magnus entered the phase of this race where he doesn't want to drink or eat anymore. Every time we try to serve him food now, he just says he doesn't want to. But he's...
Yeah, because your body is completely exhausted. Wait, is that the time spent exercising? Is it close to 10 hours now? Really? Wow. Wow.
But he needs sugar now. and we're just gonna trick him a little bit. We're gonna.
His body needs to stop right now and eat tons of meat. His body doesn't need to run more and drink sugar. What the fuck?
Put some of this gel.
Oh, I love it how it says support on his vest. As if he's really supporting the people. Yeah, he's supporting the self-destruction, but not the actual humans.
It's really high carb gel. We're gonna put some of it into his drink. And we're gonna force him to drink it. He doesn't want it, but he needs it.
He doesn't want it, but he needs it. Again, counterintuitive. This whole thing, that's what it's based on. Just not understanding what you want, what you need. Just a disconnection from nature and reality. Look at the cows. Would they ever run for no reason? They just look at those stupid humans and think, Jesus, you're really dumb. You're actually insane. What are you doing? Just come and chill.
My body is just getting worse and worse, and when I turn a corner and...
Really? That's so strange. Shouldn't it be getting better and better? Because you're doing something that's good for you, I thought. Or what is this about? If it's not good for you, then why do you do it? Why do you do something that doesn't make you feel good? Why do something that's bad for you?
I can see the mountain behind the fog. Usually seeing the finish line is motivating, but in this case, it just seems so far away, and I also know that Zombie Hill is next. After 25 kilometers of running, this hill is just insane.
Oh, there's even more. I thought that it's done already.
I've heard a lot of people say that Zombie Hill is the part of Norsemen that makes it the world's hardest triathlon, and I guess it's more mental than physical. It just goes up and up and up. I'm trying to stay motivated, but...
Okay, at least he's walking, but walking up a hill can also be hard. And all the time you're just walking up, yeah, that's pretty hard also.
The mountain looks so far still. Holy crap. The important
Oh my god. He actually has to walk until there, to the top?
thing is not to focus on the end goal, I think. Just like a little bit. The next part...
Well, there is no end goal because you're not gonna achieve anything. It's like when you play football, you kick a ball into a net, but what did you achieve? Absolutely nothing. You believe that you achieved something because the finish line is in your head. It doesn't even exist. The goal that you make is in your head. It doesn't exist. It's all ideas in your head. Because your whole life is an illusion. Because you're stuck in the matrix. You're a slave.
Like, looking forward to the station with a black shirt.
Kurva.
That's going to be a little victory, and then I'll worry about what comes after that. It really feels never ending. My feet hurt so bad, my knees hurt, my back, just everything. And people around me as well were walking so slow. But then I could see it, the cutoff point, where I would get my black shirt, and this was like the goal all along. And I felt like that gave me like new energy, and my goal now was to get up that mountain as fast as possible. And I actually started passing a lot of people. I went past one, then two, then three. And then I started to hear through the fog, like shouting and music, people. And that's when I knew the finish line must be here.
Og så da, hos alle odds, 14 dagers forberedelser, Magnus Midtbø!
And now at last he lays down, which is what he wanted to do all along. You understand how this insanity works? You do it the whole time for no reason whatsoever. You always want to lay down, you always want to stop, but in your head there's a finish line. It doesn't exist. It's just some man-made plastic or paper, whatever they had there, which you then cross in your head. It could have also been 10 kilometers before or 100, whatever, because it's man-made. It doesn't even exist. It's just an idea. They put it wherever they want to. And then he stops because basically human beings, through their ideas, tell them this is where you can stop. Then he stops, he lays down and thinks, I now achieved what I wanted to. I got to this imaginary finish line. It's the same as crossing a border of a country. Countries also don't exist. It's human beings that think of borders in their heads. There are no borders on this earth. There are no countries also. It's kind of the same thing. This is what living in the Matrix is all about. He's the very definition of a Matrix slave. He imagines everything in his life. He doesn't live in this actual physical, natural reality.
Finishes start hard.
It's kind of like an empty feeling.
7 minutes and 7.
Did he just say it's an empty... Oh my god, he looks so bad. I can't even look almost. But did he just say he feels empty or something?
Seconds.
It's, yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't have energy to celebrate, but I'm like really happy on the inside.
Yeah, for sure, because you look happy. Yeah, because this is what happiness is. Cool, man.
Like really freaking happy. Yeah, it's like better than I...
But if you would feel happy, then why do you do these races all the time? A happy human being that eats raw meat, is in the sun, has a family, etc., just feels good all the time. He doesn't have to do anything else. Why do you need to do races after races if you feel good? Makes no sense.
never thought I would do. I don't know. Probably the hardest thing I've ever done. 69? Oh, 69? That's a funny number, but freaking hell, that's so much better than I thought I would do. Fy faen, jeg kan ikke tro ass, helt...
And somehow this is celebrated by people today. He looks like he just did the opposite of what he should be doing. He looks like the opposite of how he should look like as a healthy human being. And yet we still watch these videos and give them likes and subscribe to them and promote and support it. You guys who watch these fucking videos are responsible for him, because if he wouldn't be getting any likes, any attention, he would never do this. You motherfuckers out there are actually doing this to him. Just know that. I just want you to know that. All of these people there are responsible for it.
Like my dream was 14 hours. It's yeah, it's a weird feeling. Like, I don't know, I thought I would...
It's a weird feeling. I just did what I dreamt of doing, but I still feel unhappy and miserable inside. It's such a strange feeling. I wonder what it's like that.
Celebrate more, but it's more like, it's like almost emotional, you know, like the support and like, I don't know, I haven't prepared for anything this hard, even though it's only been 2 weeks. I feel like I worked really hard. Like I've trained 4 or 5 hours every single...
One day he can also tell his children about this. They will ask, Daddy, what's the coolest, the greatest thing you ever did? Well, firstly, you're an only child because all of the stress made me close to infertile, but through IVF, your mother was able to get pregnant, thankfully. And the coolest thing that I did was that I did this race in whatever, 12 hours something. Doesn't matter. Time doesn't even exist. It's all in your head also. And then the child will say, oh, what did you do in those 12 hours? Well, I swam through super cold water. I cycled. I ran for no reason. And I walked up a hill. And then the child will look at him. Daddy, are you insane? Mommy, call the psychiatry. Daddy is nuts. Yeah, because the child would right away know, oh, that's insane. You did all of that for no reason. And you celebrate it, you tell me about it, as if it's a good thing. Right away, the child would realize it, because children are not that insane. they are kind of connected to reality still until you get it out of them through school and the media, and the parents also do it. Okay, if he would have a child, he would probably brainwash the child to exercise when he's like 4 years old, or even a girl.
Single day, and it's like it's been so nice to have a goal to work towards. It's honestly like it's gonna feel empty now going back to.
Yeah, exactly, because it gives you nothing. He has no purpose, no natural goals in his life, such as hunting and providing for his family, and that's why he does this. And now it's back to nothing again. Like I said, that's why you do tons of races, because it's never enough, because it gives you nothing. It's emptiness.
Not having this as like a goal. I don't know, I'm just super, like I can't put it to words, and it's, yeah. There's also like people cheering and everything.
Man, this is just so abnormal. Oh my god, man. Exercise is just the worst thing on earth. It's very severe body destruction. This is so bad.
I think the reason why it's emotional is because you're so drained for energy, and it just feels so powerful in a way. Nah, it's like when you sit down, it's hard to stand back up. Okay, but let's stop for a minute. Do you guys remember Christian, who I did training with in the beginning, the swimming? He finished first place. He was the first person up from the water, and he finished 45 minutes before second place, which is just incredible. So this is how it looks like, huh?
Okay, now we know who the most insane one is. Yeah, good to know.
I've been dreaming about this shirt for the last 2 weeks. I didn't think I was gonna do it.
A shirt with man-made symbols on it saying "good slave," essentially. Wow, yeah, great.
And especially the fact that I came in 69th place. I was so shocked. Did not believe that at all. It's been a blast. The ceremony just now was also really cool. And now that I'm doing these challenges, if there are any other challenges you want me to attempt, please comment below.
As I said before, it really is true. This was an insane challenge. Everything that he did throughout the video was insane. Also what everybody around him did. Jumping into cold water. Swimming to the shore even makes sense, because then you just want to survive and be warm again. In that sense, it's pretty interesting, because essentially what they are doing is forcing, kind of indirectly, these animals to jump into cold water, and then of course their intuition tells them to get to the shore. Although it of course tells them to get to the shore as quickly as possible. It seemed like they were swimming around the mountains. And then they cycled for no reason, ran and walked up a hill in a very cold climate. Maybe they saw some beautiful mountains, trees when they were doing it. Not that it's worth it by any means. Yeah, this is absolutely actually insane. No animal in nature has ever been recorded to exercise. Nobody does that. The same goes for humans in nature, of course, also. We are also just animals. We should also just be listening to our intuition. But because of very severe brainwashing today, people don't do that anymore. They go against their intuition, and then they will suffer, because going against your intuition is the same as going against nature. Your intuition is natural. It's what you were naturally programmed with, or however you want to say it. It's innate. It's exactly what tells you what's good and bad for you. And when you go against it, or if you do the opposite of what your intuition tells you, which is what he did, then you will experience a lot of pain and suffering, of course. And if there is such a thing as insanity, mental illness, craziness, then this has to be it. What's the most crazy thing that an animal can do? It's to do the opposite of what your intuition tells you. Meaning that if something feels bad, such as exercise, stress, exhaustion, vegetables, they taste horrible, little seeds, and you do that believing that it's good for you, that's insanity. If eating raw meat feels good to you, but you don't do it because you've been told that it's bad for you, or if being outside in the sun feels good to you, but you've been told to use sunscreen or hide in the shade because the sun is bad for you, then you're doing the opposite of what's good for you. That's what people do today. They believe that what's bad for them is good for them, and what's good for them is bad for them. It's all twisted upside down. And this is the kind of life that he's living. And there's no way that you will ever convince me that a sane human being would ever do that. Thanks for watching.